I mentioned Donald Trump and his team being masterful with the social media game and the way that they are handling all of the social stuff. It's also all of the White House and government websites that they are it's just been amazing to watch. So if you go to covid.gov, you see a much different website. It now says, yes, there it is, lab leak. Says public health officials often mislead the American people through conflicting messaging, knee-jerk reactions, and a lack of transparency. Most egregiously, the federal government demonized alternative treatments and disfavored narratives such as the lab leak theory in a shameful effort to coerce and control the American people's decisions. When those efforts failed, the Biden administration resorted to outright censorship, coercing and colluding with the world's largest social media companies to censor all COVID-19 related dissent. And it also highlights that Anthony Fauci was given a full and unconditional pardon by President Biden. And so it's beautiful. I mean, listen, I know Eric and I, John too, but Eric's like, he belongs under the prison, this guy. So that can't be the last thing that happens to him. But it is so refreshing to see this White House. And I said so many times when Donald Trump dug in his heels about COVID, I was like, this is very simple. You blame the guy whose fault it is, which is the expert that you trusted who was behind all of this shit. Like, that's put it at the feet of Anthony Fauci and just say, I was misled, so were you. It was this guy, because it really was. And now they are doing that at covid.gov.
Yeah, I'm glad we all trusted the plan. I think that we were so angry when everybody started to realize what a sham this was, that we were angry with Trump for, promoting it. But I will say, I think that we get a little hindsight bias and forget like how freaked out even Republicans, like older Republicans, were about COVID, that I don't really blame Trump for, being a vaccine salesman or whatever. Also, it's like, if we're trying to get on board with like the Bill Gates, like global eugenics program, you need to filter out everybody, even your own voters, if they're going to take the vaccine. Like, you need to sell it and put it in front of them too, see if they're going to sell out. And if you did, I wish you the best, but I have no regrets. I didn't take it. I know we didn't take it. So,
well, I mean, I would just say like their entire argument was trust the experts. So if that's their argument, then like, again, it's Anthony Fauci's fault because Donald Trump was trusting the expert that they placed in front of him and said, this is the guy. So Donald Trump wasn't like in there in a lab, like with little droppers trying to figure things out. He was trusting the people that he was supposed to be able to trust. Now, I would argue nobody should have ever thought to trust Anthony Fauci based off of his history, but he was doing the thing that they said that everyone should do. It's just that the expert was a total fraud.
Yeah, him and Burks.
Yep.
Both of them were absolute clowns. And yeah, at the beginning of the whole thing, he was like parading them around because they were the experts. So if you needed an absolute out, that was your out. You know what I mean? If you were going to throw some people under the bus, it's like, look, that's what he should have did.
I'm not a doctor. That's what he's there for.
Like that's what you should have did. Unfortunately, for way too long, he was still championing, and I'm not going to act like that didn't happen. I'm not going to be the guy at the table that act like he wasn't still championing the jab after.
He was.
We already knew the whole thing was total horseshit.
I know. And I was just like, why are you doing this?
Yeah, exactly. So to be fair,
just
we were
make it
critical
Fauci's fault.
He did it. Right. Yes.
But
put it at his feet.
Yeah, right. Exactly. But now we see they are correcting the record at covid.gov.
Everybody needs to know that. It needs to be in government documents that they colluded with all of these so-called private institutions to suppress the information that was people were out there giving about this whole charade.
Yeah. The unfortunate part is that just with what they've done to all of these Biden government websites, the next president, God let it be J.D. Vance, the next president, if it is a Democrat or the next Democrat president, can just go undo it. What?
That won't happen because we're playing for keeps now. The narrative is on our side. So the public will be like, we just simply won't ever elect another Democrat.
Your lips to God's ears, John Doyle.
Right.
Happy Easter, guys. If you like this clip and you want to see the full episode, click here. And if you want to subscribe to the channel, come on, you know you do. Click here.